Is Vini the next superstar? What's up, guys? Welcome to Real Madrid Fan TV. And if you're new, please comment, like, and share. And also, if you are not subscribed, please do subscribe. That will massively help me. And today, we're going to analyze our biggest game against Sevilla. This game is the biggest game of the season, to be fair. Before going to the match details, let's look at the lineup. In our back, Courtois, Mendy, Alaba, Militao, and Carvajal. In our midfield, Cruz, Casemiro, and Modric. In our attack, Vini, Benz, and Asensio. So pretty much the same lineup like last match, except Asensio started over Rodrigo. Rodrigo had a stomach flu, so he could not start. But let's see how did we play against Sevilla. Now let's talk about our performance and tactical points. As soon as we started, our pressing was disorganized. As you can see in this image that our players were marking them very poorly and the pressing was not as planned as you want it to be. Here's another image of our pressing. See, the way we're pressing, it was so easy for Sevilla to move the ball around. On the other hand, Sevilla's press was very organized. They were maintaining their defensive line and midfield line. Look at this. As usual, they were pressing Cruz, Modric, and Casemiro so that we can't organize from the back. And at times, their forward would press Militao and Alaba and Carvajal, which were creating a lot of problems for us. And to be fair, the full first half, we were out-tactiqued and out-coached by Sevilla. Our transition from defense to attack was very sloppy and sluggish. On the other hand, Sevilla, when they had a chance, they'd go full throttle and we're kind of shocked. And at 11th minute, Sevilla scored out of nowhere. It was a corner. If you see the goal, look at the tallest guy of the Sevilla squad and probably on the whole pitch wasn't marked by anyone. Probably should be Militao who should mark him better. But it was a good header and Courtois could not do any single thing to save it. And soon after, Carvajal was doing so many missed passes unbelievably. Who was one of the best player in our last match. I couldn't fathom how come Carvajal was doing so many missed passes and they were creating a lot of chances because of that. All through the first half, our midfielders were really poor. All of them. Casemiro, Cruz, Modric, all of them were poor. Our chance creations was so bad. However, at 32nd minute, Militao had a Carlos-esque shot from midfield to Sevilla's goal line, and the shot was really good, but we were lucky that Sevilla's goalie had a missed control of the ball, which led to Benzema to score a goal. Match is 1-1, we are back. Even though score suggests that we played okay because of 1-1, performance wasn't nowhere close to that. And it seemed Militao was creating more chances than any other players. Until the first half whistle, I haven't seen Asensio doing any single thing. He had a nice shot at 45th minute, but before that, he was invisible. I have repeatedly said multiple times that Asensio is not to play this kind of match. He's good for Granada, Mallorca, whatever you say, but not good enough for top team. Overall, first half, our midfield was outplayed by Sevilla. We needed more energy in the midfield like Camavinga and Valverde. Now, going back to second half, we saw some tactical change by Carlo and Sevilla's coach Lopetegui. Every Sevilla player in second half dropped back. As you can see in the image that everyone, how many defenders in their defensive line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-3, their formation was like that whole match in second half. Whenever they get the chance, they would move fast. Until 70 minutes, our tactic was to absorb the pressure and only attack to counter-attack. But at 70 minutes, we had a big change, which we needed earlier than 70 minutes. The substitutions, Valverde and Camavinga, the young players who have energy, who can outpressed any pressing. Soon after the change, the performance was totally different. It's like day and night difference. The way we were pressing, especially from midfield, Camavinga and Valverde, was noticeable. Having both of them gave more freedom to Cruz and Casemiro. And after 70 minutes, it was all Real Madrid, to be fair. Not only we were pressing high, we were creating a lot of chances. And eventually we scored the winning goal. And it was no one other than the Vinicius. I celebrated this goal too loudly that my voice was broken. If you see the goal, look at Militao. What a long ball for Militao. That we know that how good he is defensively, but even for long balls, how good he is, this is one of the example. Long ball from Militao to Vini, and look at the control from Vini. The way he controlled the ball and dribbled away from Sevilla, couple of players, and then scored one of the best goal of this season for us. And undoubtedly, this is the best goal for Vini for Real Madrid. What a banger. I mean, after this goal at 87 minutes, we know that we're going to win this. However, Sevilla had a really good chance at extra time. Like, unless for Courtois, it could be different score. Kudos to Courtois. He was phenomenal at last minute. That save was really needed for us. Overall, our performance until 70 minutes was poor and mediocre at best. However, after 70 minutes, we dominated and we have shown that what we are capable of, having young players at midfield like Camavinga and Valverde. Player ratings and performance. So Vini did not have a good game until that goal. However, he deserved the man of the match by scoring a banger like this at 87 minutes, and that won us the game. He deserves man of the match. I mean, let's talk about his performance. Whole match, he was pocketed by their right back, Monreal. Like, Vini could not do any single thing against him. Every time he gets the ball, he would lose the ball. Aside from that, Sevilla made it very difficult for Vini. Like, every time, whenever he gets the ball, at least 3 players would mark him and close it down so that he can't do anything. Which is understandable that he's the next superstar. Everyone would mark him and make it more difficult. However, if you want to be the elite athlete, you have to create out of nothing. That's what he did at 87 minutes. A Vinicius that we want to see. We want to see him the best superstar in next decade. And again, he has shown that what he's capable of, scoring goals like this. Now, the next best player on the pitch has to be Militao. I mean, he was really solid. Aside from that corner, he was winning like aerial duels a lot of times. He got 2 assists, to be fair. I mean, 2 long balls, and which led to goals, both of our goals. That's really amazing. I'm just really happy for Militao. Day by day, he's getting better and better. And our next best player has to be Courtois. I mean, he was incredible. He saved a crucial save at last minute. And then Camavinga and Valverde was really fantastic. I mean, that changed the whole flow of the match. And Carvajal was really poor. This is the worst game of the season for him. However, we won the game, and it's a very difficult game. It's not that we dominated the whole 90 minutes, but a win is a win. And we're top of the table of La Liga. We have very tight schedule and very challenging schedules against Athletic Club and Atletico Madrid and so on. This is the first one. Now, one key lesson from this match is that we need more energetic players at midfield when we play high press team like Sevilla, like Man City, like Liverpool, like Bayern Munich. Nothing is more satisfying winning a match at the last minute and seeing Vini scoring goal. What do you guys think about the match? Please put a comment and say anything about this match.